All right, so this, of course, was a slice of history that we witnessed as it unfolded at the Westminster Abbey. King Charles III and Queen Camilla have now been formally crowned in an extravagant ceremony in the British capital. Now, Charles, who took charge as the monarch after the death of his mother last year, was formally crowned in a 2-hour-long ceremony reflecting religion, ritual and service. Now, this has been dubbed as a once-in-a-generation event that was witnessed by hundreds of high-profile guests inside of the Westminster Abbey. Now, there were tens and thousands of well-wishers and royal fans who gathered in the City of London to catch a glimpse of their newly crowned monarch despite the pretty gloomy weather and the rains. And also in perhaps what is the most significant moment of the day, the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, placed the 360-year-old St. Edward's crown on Charles's head, after which he declared, "God save the King."
So sanctify princely virtues through him who liveth and
All right, so this, of course, is the defining moment when the crown was kept on King Charles's head, and at the time that he was crowned, there were gun salutes that were fired from military bases across the United Kingdom. And once King Charles was crowned, he, of course, moved away from the coronation chair and then assumed his place on the throne of the United Kingdom. But it was, in comparison with the previous one, a bit of a trimmed-down version of the coronation, especially when you compare it with late Queen Elizabeth's coronation ceremony, which in fact went on for well over 3 hours back in 1953. In the solemn ceremony, the first thing was the recognition of the monarch. King Charles III stood beside the coronation chair, or the Edward's chair, and the Archbishop of Canterbury called on the attendees to recognize their monarch. Now, the Archbishop then poured the chrism oil on the King's hands, chest and head. This tradition is supposed to reinforce the divine right of the monarch, and it was made using olives that were reportedly harvested from 2 groves and were anointed in Jerusalem. And following this anointing, Charles was presented with various regalia. And then the King was finally, of course, crowned. With the religious proceedings over, the King and the Queen then led the procession to the Buckingham Palace, seated in the Gold State Coach. The royal couple made the journey as the crowds cheered from the sides. Charles and Camilla then appeared in the Buckingham Palace balcony along with the other royals as they waved to the crowds. And this was followed by a flypast that was headlined by the red arrows. This part of the event was, of course, scaled down a bit just a few hours ago due to the bad, inclement weather.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.